Honestly, we don't even know where we are going to in this country. The direction at which we are going, we don't know. Every day you keep on hearing people stealing money, allegedly stealing money. The money is not there because the money is missing already. And I remember the song they used to use for jingle in those days. They would sing, "Me, I like my country. I like the land and people. Everything is there for Nigeria. Make we join hand to make Nigeria better. I like 'em. I like 'em all." Then the hopes were so high that Nigeria is going to be better. Nigeria is going to be great. Nigeria go better. Africa go better. My people go better. Oh, Nigeria go better. Those are the songs that that will give you hope. That will give you hope. But even as we have it today, the hopes have been dashed away. Honestly, the hopes have been dashed away. Can you hear what we are hearing again? That Nigeria's Attorney General Malami buys multi-million naira mansion for newly married son. You can imagine, for newly married son. These are the people who will be talking about Nigeria, this and that. Nobody should divide Nigeria. Nigeria must remain this and that because they know what they are gaining. But those who wanted to check out in those days, now you tell me that they didn't know what they were saying then. Those who ought to have check out, they couldn't check out, and they are still waiting. Oh, Nigeria will be better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Africa go better. Can we even say of a truth, or do we have that hope that Nigeria is still going to be better because of the people who have made themselves demigods? They are principalities and powers that say Nigeria will never not be okay. They will be telling you they are fighting corruption. It's very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Despite breaking the law in this regards, even though he is Nigeria's chief law officer, findings by Sarah reporters revealed that Malami had already made arrangements for a sizable number of private jets to fly dignitaries from Abuja, Kano, and Lagos to Kebbi State on Saturday for the second leg of the wedding, where more display of opulence and gross disregard for the NCDC guidelines are expected to be showcased, in clear violation of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control Directive on social distancing as a result of the coronavirus outbreak in the country. Guests at the wedding ceremony of Abdulaziz Malami, son of Nigeria's Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, SAN, have been seen in a video of the lavish ceremony dancing and communicating close to one another without wearing face masks while spraying wads of United States dollars and Naira notes on the newly married couple. Part of the NCDC guidelines forbids social events like weddings where there are more than 20 persons in attendance. The video of the ceremony published by Sarah reporters on Friday clearly showed more than the stipulated number of persons at the ceremony. Ministry of Justice and Attorney General Abubakar Malami also the open spraying of wads of cash at the event violates the Central Bank of Nigeria's rule, which forbids anyone from abusing the naira by spraying and stepping on them in public. Money rain at wedding of the son of Nigeria's AGF Malami. Money rain at wedding of the son of the Nigeria AGF Malami, despite breaking the law in this regards. You can imagine. It was reliably gathered that Malami had already bought a 300 million naira mansion in Abuja as a gift to the young couple to help them start their marital journey on a glorious footing. Abdul Aziz, who graduated from a university in Cyprus in 2018, is known among his circle to lead a flamboyant lifestyle purportedly fueled by public funds at the disposal of his father, who remains one of the most powerful and influential figures in the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Despite maintaining a public posture of sainthood, Malami events of recent times had shown is not very far away from scandals. Recently, the AGF took over the case involving Bala Hamisu Wadume, a notorious kidnapper, after soldiers killed 3 policemen, taking the suspect to the police headquarters in Jalingo, Taraba State after his arrest. Malami later announced that the soldier would be tried by a military court-martial and not the conventional courts, sparking public outrage. In a letter on June 15 to the Attorney General, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, demanded the immediate arrest and prosecution of the 10 army personnel involved in the killing of the 3 policemen and 2 civilians in that incident in August 2019. Falana said that without the arrest and prosecution of the soldiers responsible for the death of the policemen and civilians, justice cannot be served on the matter. Continuing in his tradition of frustrating high-profile cases, especially ones that have to do with corruption and rights abuses, Malami also recently ordered security agencies to cover up an ongoing multi-billion naira fraud in Nigeria incentive-based risk-sharing system for agricultural lending. Also, he was behind the reinstatement of a former chairman of the pension reform task team, Abdul Rashid Mena, into the civil service after his dismissal in 2013 for a 2 billion naira theft of pension funds. Mena is currently being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission after being arrested upon sneaking back into Nigeria. Another case taken over by Malami and which never saw the light of the day was the 25 billion naira fraud trial of Danjuma Goje, former governor of Gombe State. The controversial cases taking over Nigeria's Attorney General Malami and how they ended 2 comments 1 month ago. The case was stalled when, in an emergency hearing before Justice Babatunde Kadri, EFCC counsel Mr. Wahab Shitu told the court that the agency was withdrawing from the case and handing it over to the Office of the Attorney General for continuation. The AGF, however, stated that having thoroughly reviewed the matter, found no prima facie case, while adding that it was weak. Malami withdrew the charges against Goje from the court in exercise of his constitutional power, allowing him to now work as a free man. Indeed, the list of cases taken over by Malami and frustrated in recent times is long and worrisome. You can imagine, Nigeria go better, my people go better, Africa go better. The same song we have been singing from time immemorial, and yet nothing is going on. You know, that's why some people tell you that Nigeria is a scam. That Nigeria is a scam. You can imagine, Nigeria is a scam. Eh? I love my country. Everything there for Nigeria. They will say, make we join hands. We just join hands for some people so they grow and progress. You see, of course, they will tell you it's innocent until proven guilty, because the way the Malami stood against or stood on the matter of this what is this man, the EFCC guy, Magu, because he is the one who is like, oh, this guy must be nailed to the cross. He must be nailed. But see what they themselves have been accused of. A lot of cases like that. We could remember even the Shores case. Initially, they were trying to play games with the whole thing. At the end of the day, he overtook that case. Up to now, there's no way forward in the issue of Shore. They're just keeping the guy for nothing. If you have evidence against you, if you know that you have a case against him, why wasting time? Why wasting time? Somebody that wanted to take over the government, and you are just leaving the person like that. So does it mean the guy will not be doing all manner of things or be arranging things on how to unsee the government? It's just all now just wash. Everything is just all a bad lie. You see, a lot of things are going on, and the worst part of it is that some people are on the waiting list. As soon as they themselves are leaving, other people are just waiting on how to get there to do worse things. We were complaining of PDP, but see what is happening. The people who are talking about corruption here and there, and they are doing worse. They wanted to come in. That was why they had to use that corruption of a thing, because they knew quite all right that Nigerians will buy it, and Nigerians bought it. They were to come and do worse things, and they just used that to get their way through. Now they are there, they are doing worse things, and unfortunately some people are still waiting. As soon as they are leaving, they themselves will enter. We will still continue to live in the same cycles until Nigerians will come together going to, for us to leave all this sentiments, this religion and all of that, ethnic, whatever, until we leave all of those things, when we know that we are facing the same problem. We have a common enemy, and those common enemies are the so-called leaders. Until we will come and say this is what we want. Somebody was talking about a protest. That is not, this is not the kind of protest that you will do one day. You are tired, because they know that after some day you will be tired and you will not do anything. You see what is happening in America every day, until they will listen to what they are saying. They will not back down. We know we have our own challenges, but until we will get to that realization of these things, before these people will take us serious, because they are looking for many ways to intimidate people. When it comes to protest, oh, it's going to be different thing entirely. They will form up all manner of things, begin to bring law, why you are not supposed to do this, why you are not supposed to do that. You can imagine. Of course, it's still allegation. Even EFCC man too, it's still an allegation. But see what they are saying. According to Sahara Reporters, what Sahara Reporter is telling us, 300 million naira house. Okay, we are going to be hearing more as the time goes by. So, guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let's have your take respectfully in the comment section. Thank you.